The final lockdown. It was just another boring Friday afternoon in calculus, 7th period. The weekend was so close we could practically taste it. Spring break was right around the corner and no one, not even the teacher, felt like doing anything productive. Instead of handing out assignments, Mr. Holloway pulled up a trivia game on the projector. We all laughed and relaxed, answering random questions about brands and movies. The atmosphere in the room felt light, a rare moment of fun in a class most of us dreaded. Then, it happened. The intercom buzzed to life and the dean's voice came through. But something was wrong. His voice trembled. "Students and staff, this is a lockdown. I repeat, we are in lockdown. Follow procedure immediately." The laughter stopped. Chairs scraped against the floor as everyone shifted nervously. Mr. Holloway turned to us, his usual easygoing expression gone. "Away from the windows now," he said. His voice was calm, but his hands shook as he hurried to turn off the projector. We did as we were told, moving to the back corner of the room. The lights flicked off, the door was locked, the blinds were drawn. The only sound was our breathing, ragged and uncertain. At first, we assumed it was a drill, until we heard the first scream. It came from the hallway, muffled but unmistakable. Someone, a girl, crying out in terror before it was suddenly cut off. The silence that followed was even worse. A few of us exchanged nervous glances, no one spoke. Mr. Holloway crouched near the door, listening. His expression was unreadable, but I could see the tension in his jaw. Then, footsteps. Slow, deliberate, just outside the classroom. We held our breath. The handle of the door rattled once, then again, more forcefully. Someone was trying to get in. A shadow moved beneath the crack of the door. Heavy breathing, just inches away. Then, knocking. Soft at first. Then harder. And then, a voice. "Let me in." It was barely a whisper, but the way it slithered through the silence made my stomach drop. It didn't sound like a teacher. It didn't even sound like a student. Mr. Holloway held up a hand, signaling us to stay silent. We didn't move. We didn't breathe. The knocking stopped. Then, the footsteps continued down the hall. Minutes passed. Maybe hours. It felt like forever. The lockdown remained in effect. No updates, no sirens, just the distant, occasional sound of something, or someone, moving through the school. Then, a new sound. A phone buzzed. Someone's ringtone, a cheery, upbeat jingle, shattered the silence. Every head in the room snapped toward Josh, the guy sitting nearest to me. His phone vibrated in his hoodie pocket, and he scrambled to silence it. But it was too late. The footsteps stopped, and then they turned back toward our classroom. The knocking returned, louder this time, more insistent. "I know you're in there." The voice was no longer whispering. It was distorted, almost playful. "Let me in." No one moved. Then, the doorknob started turning, from the inside. I swear to God I saw it twist. But Mr. Holloway still had the key. There was no way anyone inside our room was unlocking that door. The knob shook violently, as if something was trying to force it open. A girl next to me started crying. Someone else covered her mouth. Then, just as suddenly as it started, it stopped. The silence returned, stretching for what felt like eternity. Finally, after what must have been an hour, the intercom crackled again. "All clear. Lockdown over." No explanation, no reassurance, just those two words. We didn't move at first. None of us wanted to be the first to step outside. But slowly, cautiously, Mr. Holloway unlocked the door. The hallway was empty, no police, no teachers, just rows of silent, locked classrooms. We never found out what happened. The school never gave an official statement, no news reports, no missing students, just nothing. But as we all gathered our things and stepped into the eerily silent hallway, I swear I could still hear it, that whisper. I know you're in there.